If you've been a Dynasty Warriors fan for a while, Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires release is without a doubt one of the biggest of the year. This new title, which is already available in Japan, will be on sale everywhere else on February 15 instead of its initial 2021 release date, which was postponed to 2022 for obvious reasons. It goes without saying that if you've ever played Dynasty Warriors 9, you'll feel right at home when you start the new Empires. Koei expects that a number of significant modifications will enable the game to more closely meet everyone's expectations. The first of these is the open world structure, which has been replaced with a more semi-open strategy that still permits players to engage in some exploration but is based on a fixed set of rules. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empire's open world component is still present, but in many respects, this is where the game falls short. I hate to start this review on a negative note, but the open world is enough big to make you bored unless you just want to go exploring to kill time. For many fans out there, the open world is a location where there is little to be found and where you almost surely won't find the exciting tasks. Let's briefly discuss the graphics. I played the PlayStation 5 version of the game, and to be completely honest, I had hoped for a more seamless transition between each section. The cinematics are, to put it mildly, lacking in detail and leave a lot to be desired. Though these don't occur at all when playing, there are sporadic slowdowns that are probably brought on by the graphics engine. Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires is a really difficult game, as was to be expected. Without a doubt, if you've never played a game in the franchise, you'll feel lost. If you've played the Empires before, you already know what to do, but in my opinion, it drags out the time spent in the menus. I understand that planning, earning money, and other aspects of the game are crucial, but soon you find yourself doing the same things repeatedly. So after playing for a few days, I realized that everything was getting a little repetitive and I couldn't wait to start fighting. The legacy of Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires is demonstrated here. The game has various new characters, such as Cao Shu, Man Chong, Xuanyu, Cheng Pu, and Yuan Shu. The rock-paper-scissors game is back, but it takes practice to get good at it. Making the most of this battle mechanic finally pays off because the AI officers you're battling won't usually wait for you to move. The combat themselves are quite difficult, and I don't even want to imagine how the entire experience would be on the hardest setting. The game moves at an astounding rate, and it's simple to become engrossed in the combat and lose track of time. Because there is no longer a sprint button, your character runs automatically by default, which adds to the overall fast-paced action. When entering a combat, every little aspect seems to matter, therefore be sure to fully utilize the hidden strategies as well. You'll spend more time in the menus even though the AI seems wiser because the strategy system has been greatly enhanced. It takes a lot of time and effort to defeat an enemy, especially if you just play sometimes. Another section where you'll probably spend a lot of time is the character creation one. Even while it makes sense, I've noticed a lot of players of the Japanese version lament the lack of outfits and other possibilities. For devoted series fans, this is undoubtedly something that matters a lot, but I believe that Empire's upgrades ultimately pay off. Koei has succeeded in exceeding expectations in a number of areas, yet it is very obvious that this doesn't happen entirely. There are numerous disappointments, and each one is a deal breaker for franchise devotees who have been waiting for years to play the new game. However, there is one monotonous experience that the parent business has surprisingly failed to get right. On the other hand, individuals who are new to this genre will appreciate the adventure of exploring every tiny aspect of the game, even while playing as a free officer. In the end, Dynasty Warriors 9 Empires is a little disappointing for those who anticipated the same fantastic gameplay they received in DW8 Empires. The game feels like a step backward from its predecessor in many ways, which is why there are so many unhappy fans. For a typical player, however, it's still a thrilling release. The battle system is good, though it takes some getting accustomed to, and the more time you invest in the small things, like becoming friends with officers, locating a sword brother, and other similar activities, the better the overall experience becomes. Unfortunately, it's evident that DW9E is primarily intended for enthusiasts, and to them, it comes across as a product that hasn't yet reached its full potential. When the game is released tomorrow, get ready for a barrage of unfavorable reviews since Koei should have spent the extra year to refine it even more.